my channel, subscribe to the channel. Oh my God, there's a lot of great things going on in boxing right now and a lot of shenanigans behind the scenes. A lot of people just capping, speaking things that they don't even know about, just making it sound like it's true, but it's really not. Man, there's so much I gotta say. I don't know where to begin. But yeah, you are tuning into Tony Also Knows Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Tune into my channel right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do a countdown to Tony Also Knows Boxing in Puerto Rico, where I'm gonna actually have people subscribe to my channel and give them behind the scenes of Puerto Rico and Abisal Coto, the that I interviewed, and actually a countdown to 1,000 subscribers of my channel. I'm gonna get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That is my goal. That'll be my victory. So I'm gonna do a countdown to Puerto Rico for 1,000 subscribers, and for Tony Also Knows Boxing, and I'm gonna give you behind the scenes footage from Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna have this background that you see right there. So the countdown to Puerto Rico is gonna be the countdown to 1,000 subscribers before the year is over. That is the goal, to get 1,000 subscribers before the year is over. So yes, I want to actually address some of the things that I've been seeing on YouTube, and I like to support all content creators, but at the same time, when you say things that are not true and very disingenuous, I have to call you out, because that's what Tony Also Knows Boxing does. And I want to start with Teofimo Lopez. Yes, Teofimo Lopez. That's what I want to do. I'm going to start with Teofimo Lopez. Yes. Let me go back. Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes. I'm going to start with Teofimo Lopez. He's a liar. Teofimo Lopez is a compulsive liar. We should all know this by now.
The fight's in New York, right? Fight's in New York. Who's going to be on the ground for? It's going to be for you or Tio? Who they going to be rocking for first?
Tio is not from New York. I'm from Jersey. He's from Florida, okay, but he claimed New York. So, no. They'll be there for me.
Yeah, Richardson did say that.
Teofimo Lopez is always capping. He's not from New York. He moved out of New York when he was 5 years old. That does not count for him to say that he's a New Yorker. And look at this over here. Look at this over here. Punch Drunk. Look what he says.
When it comes to Teofimo Lopez, there is no limitations. You can see it in the athleticism, the skill, the skill set, the accomplishments speak for itself. And let me tell you the difference. If Shakur Stevenson in the lightweight division was in the same position as Teofimo Lopez, and let's say that Vasily Lomachenko was Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson won't dare to be great. His primary goal is not to dare to be great and be the greatest, because there's limitations to his great. He won't fight his friend. If Shakur Stevenson was in the same position as Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor was Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson won't fight Josh Taylor. Shakur Stevenson won't fight Keyshawn Davis because that's his friend. There's limitations. And I understand that they've been there for one another and stuff like that. Keyshawn Davis alluded that when he had the mental illness, and Shakur Stevenson was there for him. But
oh my gosh, this guy says there's no limitations. He says there's no limitations. How is there no limitations when he had limitations, Teofimo Lopez, when he refused to fight Subriel Matias twice, 2 times. And the second time that he turned out Subriel Matias, it was the most money he was going to ever make in his career, almost $3 million. He turned that down. So he's talking, this guy Punch Drunk is talking about that there's no limitations when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. But there is limitations, because he actually limited himself from facing the other 140-pound weight class division champion, the WBC champion, is Subriel Matias. And he refused to fight him. So where is the contradiction? You see the contradiction there, that he has no limitations to be great. He does have limitations to be great, because if he didn't have limitations to be great, he would have faced Subriel Matias the second time or the first time. But he limits himself because he knows that he doesn't have a lot left in his career, Teofimo Lopez. So he has to fight for the most money possible before he loses to somebody else. Because let's face it, he lost to Kambosos. Kambosos is a very limited fighter. So why didn't he rematch Kambosos if there's no limitation? Like, there's no limitation to his greatness. Why did he lose to a limited fighter like Kambosos, who lost 2 fights back-to-back with Devin Haney in Australia, and also got knocked out by Richard Hitchinson recently? So Kambosos was never anybody elite, and he beat Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has Cambosis problems that he hasn't resolved. So there is limitations when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. Stop contradicting yourself, Punch Drunk. Call it for what it is. Like linear champion. All right, on paper it looks good. He beat Josh Taylor, an 18-month inactive champion who was not the best version of himself, and he's not the best version that he beat. On paper, it looks good because he beat undefeated fighter in Josh Taylor. But when he beat Josh Taylor, he was already inactive for 18 months and wasn't the best version of Josh Taylor. So that is an overrated victory. Teofimo Lopez is overrated. And I believe the best victories that he's ever had was Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, I guess, if you want to count that. But I really think Lomachenko is really his only great victory. And, you know, Lomachenko is not as great as everybody says he is. You know, he lost to Salido. Lomachenko lost to Salido. So that lets you know that Lomachenko is overrated as well. He's a great fighter, a good fighter, but they overhyped him too much and too early and gave him too much praise early. He's a technical fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from Lomachenko, but let's be realistic. He lost to Orlando Salido, a one-dimensional Mexican fighter who was a brawler, but nothing special about him. So, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Boodle62718 says hi. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yeah, well, let me see. Did I butcher your name? At Boodle62718. Huh? I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm trying to get it right. It says Boodle62718. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm just letting you know that Teofimo Lopez claims that he is from Brooklyn. He is not from Brooklyn. He's a liar. So I believe that Teofimo Lopez. Okay, I appreciate that. Teofimo Lopez is a capper. He's a liar, and so is Punch Drunk. So that's why they get along, because two liars are always going to support each other and get along. And I believe that, you know, Punch Drunk is a alcahuete. You know, alcahuete just supports anybody in whatever bad that they do, and they don't actually help them. They actually support them in the bad that they do. You should actually call him out for what he's doing wrong, so that way you can hold somebody accountable, so that way they don't keep doing the same thing. So I believe that Teofimo Lopez, I know that he's a compulsive liar, and he claims that he's from Brooklyn, but he's from Florida. I've always known this. He moved out of Brooklyn when he was, I think, 4 or 5 years old. He was not raised in Brooklyn. He was not raised in Brooklyn at all. And he's claiming that he's from Brooklyn. He's a liar. And this guy, Punch Drunk, is claiming that there's no limitations in Teofimo Lopez daring to be great. That he's willing to go the whole 9 yards to be great. He's not like Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur Stevenson won't fight his friend Keyshawn Davis. That he's not willing to be as great as Teofimo Lopez. He's not willing to go the extra mile like him. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because a lot of people didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson, and the people that wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez, like Subriel Matias, Teofimo Lopez refused to fight that guy. He refused to fight Subriel Matias because he don't want that smoke. He knows that he don't have that much left. That's the reason why he refused to fight Subriel Matias 2 times. And then the second time, he refused to fight him for the most money that he was going to make in his career. So this guy, Punch Drunk, is a liar, and so is Teofimo Lopez, saying that he's from Brooklyn when he's really from Florida. I just believe that both people that lie, they're going to get along with each other because they're both liars. So that's what happens. That's why Teofimo Lopez and Punch Drunk get along so much, because they both understand the deception of who they are. They understand the lying, the tactics of lying. They just support it, and they actually, they actually give you false information, and they just only blindly say things, but they don't say things from a truthful perspective, with a great solid foundation, with a clear mind. They go based on fanaticism, and they're friends. Teofimo Lopez and Punch Drunk are friends, and they support each other in their lies. And that's the reason why Punch Drunk goes so hard for Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez gets along with Punch Drunk. So two liars are always going to get along. All right. Bridget Bordox, number 2, says, "What's up, bro? I'm watching from Puerto Rico." Oh, yes, 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 my Puerto Rican people. Yeah, shout out to Bridget Bordox. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico. I'm going to be over there tomorrow. I'm going to be flying over there, and I'm going to do a countdown to Puerto Rico for 1,000 subscribers for Tony also. So I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers before the year's over, and that'll be my victory. And I'm going to keep on striving until I get the 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to give you behind the scene footage of Puerto Rico and Abisai Koto. I'm meeting up with him, God willing. Yeah, watching from Florida, Boodle 62718. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Brucem F. Vane 4148. Punch Drunk always lying. Yes, he's a compulsive liar. And so is Teofimo Lopez. Both of them, they should get married because they're both compulsive liars and they understand each other. But Teofimo Lopez is not from Brooklyn. He's from Florida. And he's been ducking Superior Matias already 2 times. So he does have limitations to accomplish his greatness. Unlike what Punch Drunk said, that he has no limitations, that he's willing to dare to be great, which is a lie because he didn't fight Superior Matias. He ducked him 2 times because he knows, Teofimo Lopez knows that he is finished, that his career is over, that he doesn't have what it takes. His mental state is not the same. And Shakur Stevenson said it, that most of the issues with Teofimo Lopez are mental, and he's going to expose it. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to beat Teofimo Lopez, outbox him. How the hell are you going to say that a boxer like Kambosos, who is very limited, beat Teofimo Lopez? How are you going to say that Teofimo Lopez is more athletic than Shakur Stevenson when he couldn't even beat a limited fighter in Kambosos? Come on, man. Give me a break. Okay. Boodle 62718. Cool. Hope I can watch. Yeah. I'm going to be live in Puerto Rico as well. And I'm going to give you the behind the scenes of Puerto Rico. And most likely I'm going to try to get together with Abisai Koto. He already agreed that he's going to meet up with me. He's one of the boxers that I interviewed on my channel. Check out the interviews of Abisai Koto, Yanquier Rivera, Malik Quinones, Joey Borrero, Felix Tito Trinidad's cousin, nephew. I interviewed him as well. So yeah, check out those videos. And check out the video that I did with Stephanie Pinheiro. I interviewed her as well. Yeah. Boodle 62718 says, if you are streaming then. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming over there as well. I'm going to be streaming in Puerto Rico as well. So tune into my channel, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming into my channel and supporting the new people that came in and the ones that are coming in and the ones that always tune in, the regulars. Subscribe to Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. I had to call out these 2 liars, Punch Drunk. He's Punch Drunk. And there's a reason why he's Punch Drunk, because he's always saying a lot of lies. And he doesn't realize that every time that he speaks, he sounds like a person that's contradicting himself. And he is, because he's saying stuff that's not true. He's being disingenuous to people. And just call things for what they are. Don't lie. Just say the truth. Give people what they want. Boodle 62718, not doing this for being cause I want to get mentioned in the stream. No, it's okay. I just mentioned you because you're part of the family and you're in my channel. And hey, man, I'm always gonna shout out everybody that comes into my channel. Oh, so he says, Boodle 62718 says, if it's before 4 o'clock, I can watch. All right, man. I don't know what time I'm going to go on, but I'm going to have that. I'm going to take that into consideration. Boodle 62718. I'm going to take that into consideration and try to start before 4 o'clock. Remember, in Puerto Rico is an hour ahead of Florida time, Eastern time. So, yeah, so I'm going to keep that in mind, my brother. I'll try to do it as early as possible. I'm going to be so busy in Puerto Rico. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to most likely link up with Abisai Koto. That's my boy. That's my favorite fighter. 130 at the 130 weight class division. He's going to take over that division, God willing. And yes, it's going to be the countdown to 1,000 subscribers. Tony Also Knows Boxing. I'm doing a countdown to Puerto Rico to 1,000 subscribers before the year's over of 2025, and that'll be my victory. So yes, let's keep my fingers crossed and make sure that everybody subscribes to Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel where I keep it real, keep it raw, and I tell you the facts. I call out all the liars, like Teofimo Lopez, like Punch Drunk, all these liars. I call them out. Not because I want clickbait or I want people to like actually follow me and assassinate somebody's character. No, I just call it for what it is. I just want to hold people accountable. I got nothing against these people, but I want them to be honest. They got to stop lying. I can't stand when people lie. They got to start telling the truth and don't be disingenuous with the fans and stop doing the clickbait for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Tony also knows boxing. Okay, let me read the comments over here. Soccer 47. I live in Puerto Rico. I'm visiting my family in the USA. I live in Puerto Rico. I'm visiting my family from the USA. Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Hopefully I can see you in Puerto Rico. I'm gonna be I don't want to say where I'm gonna be at, but I'll surprise you when I'm over there. I'll let you know where I'm at and I'll show you the footage. All right. Soccer 47. Oh yeah, you're doing so good, bro. I just know it. I appreciate you, my brother. Soccer 47. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Soccer 47. Tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday, happy early birthday, Soccer 47. How old are you gonna be? Thank you, my brother. Soccer 47 says I just subscribed. I appreciate the love and subscribing to my channel. Only the brave and the warriors that are intelligent, that want to know the truth, subscribe and like my channel. That's just the way it is. Oh, you're 14. Okay, all right. Not much. I remember when I was 14, I was a wild kid from Brooklyn, but I learned a lot. I learned fast. And yeah, so yeah, shout out to Soccer 47, 14 years old. I don't discriminate with age. You know, I respect everybody, and I try to keep it as respectful as possible on my show. But I do keep it real, and I do say the truth. If somebody does something wrong, I call them out because I want to hold people accountable. Yes, Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes, and thanks for subscribing, Soccer 47. I appreciate you. My son is 15. One of my youngest son is 15 and my oldest is 22. So I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I got a lot of interviews that I interviewed boxers from Puerto Rico that are going to be champions. Check it out on my video section of my interview sections is a video section. You can check that out. Those videos are in Spanish because those boxers speak only Spanish. So I want to cater to my Puerto Rican Spanish speaking people or Latin speaking people in general, and I want to also cater to the English speaking people as well. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. I had to call out these little snakes and liars that keep saying things that are not true, and they keep contradicting themselves and not speak the facts, like Punch Drunk and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez saying that he's from Brooklyn. He's not from Brooklyn. He's from Florida. And Shakur Stevenson called him out. And I'm going for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson's going to dominate Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is not the best version of himself. Like, the only time that he was really good is when he beat Lomachenko. That's the only victory that I really give him credit for doing great in. But he's no longer that guy. Mentally, he's not the same anymore. And I believe that Shakur Stevenson said that most of Teofimo Lopez's weaknesses are his mental, and he's going to expose it. And that's exactly what I said, that his mental is not all there. And he's never going to be the same version that he was when he beat Lomachenko. If this guy, Kambosos, beat him, a limited fighter, how in the world are you going to say that he's more athletic, that Teofimo Lopez is more athletic than Shakur Stevenson? That is completely insane. Bananas. People that believe that are stupid. Dumb. So, yeah, Shakur Stevenson is going to expose Teofimo Lopez, and I believe he's going to vacate the belt so that his boy Shakur Stevenson could fight for it. That's what I understand. He said that in the past. So I said it over here on Tony Also Knows Boxing that Shakur Stevenson, after he humiliates and embarrasses Teofimo Lopez and takes away his belt, his WBO belt, he is going to vacate the belt. Shakur Stevenson's going to vacate the belt, and he's going to give, so he could give Keyshawn Davis an opportunity to fight for that belt. That's what he said a long time ago in some interviews a year ago. That's what I heard. So, yes. So, Boodle62718 says, I'm back. Thanks for coming in. Welcome back. I have to stream for a bit. That's okay, my brother. That's okay. God bless you. Have a great night. And I thank you for tuning into my channel. I had to call these guys out for what they are, and that's why they get along so much, Teofimo Lopez and Punch Drunk, because they both are great liars. Great liars are always going to get along. They should get married. They should get married. Punch Drunk and Teofimo Lopez, they might as well get married because they both lie so well. That they might as well just he might as well buy a ring for Teofimo Lopez, Punch Drunk, the way he's going. Tony Also Knows Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Peace. Thanks for tuning in.